over here. How you guys? How you doing?
Hey!
Sonora.
Oh, Mike!
Your mic's not
What up, baby?
It does not work. I bet I wasn't turning it on enough. I didn't turn. Hi, Sonora. How you doing? Woo-hoo. So nice to be here, right? All together, no mask. Yes, yeah, get that shit off. Breathe some fresh air, right? I say, you know. Yes, so I'm from Italy actually. That's where I'm originally from. I'm Italian. You know, if you haven't heard. Yeah, it's a little town in the middle of Italy. It's called Rome. Anybody heard of it? No, Rome. Yeah. It's a tiny little place, you know, full of shit and toxic. You know, we brought you tons of great things. We brought you great pizza, great food. We brought you great movies, opera. We brought you fascism. We Mussolini. Before that, the Romans. With all the fucking agenda of patriarchy. And then the witchcraft. 400 years with the Vatican. We brought lots of shit here. So, if you thought you had it right, you had it wrong, you had it bad, you guys have no idea. No idea. So thank you, America, for being so cool. You know, I have learned my English when I was in India, actually. And I was there, I lived in India for a long time, and then I didn't know one word in English. But when I came back to Europe, I started talking like that. I had this Indian accent, but I did not know. Is anybody Indian here tonight? No Indians? Because I can make a very good Indian accent. But anyway, when I came back from India and I had this accent for a while, people in Europe was like, dude, are you from India? I'm like, no, why? I can make a good chai, but I'm not Indian. What the fuck? You know, anyway, that was me, and that's how I've learned English. And then I went through other places, and I finally came here, and now I've learned the true English, the American English. And I went to a doctor one time. I'm like, hey, doctor, I think I'm not American enough, because you see, people think I'm crazy. I'm a crazy Italian bitch. They always tell me that I'm a crazy Italian bitch. And it's like, you know what, you're American enough. All you need to do is go get a pickup truck, go get yourself a gun, and that's it. You got it, girl. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I want to really, like, be normal. Get yourself a gun. And it's a very American thing, you know. It's very American. We don't have that in Italy. We just kill people with their hands. We don't gun them. We just fucking kick them. You know, that's how we are. You know, my daughter always says, Mommy, don't do racial jokes. That's not racist. I'm like, no, that's not racist. Because what is racist? Because I'm white. You see, I'm not white. I'm Italian. So I'm basically kind of North African. Sorry about the black people in the room, but it's true. We are kind of North African. In Europe, we're considered North Africans. We really are. We're like the lowest of the thing. And what is this noise that I keep hearing?
What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it the fucking cable? Maybe. But I'll be still. You know, so when people say, you know, you're Italian, you're white. No, I'm not a white bitch, I'm Italian, because in Europe we got the 50 shade of white from the Capuchin, from the freaking, like, those people, they're a Caucasian, right? To the North Africans. There is 50 shades of, like, everything. Exactly. So I'm like cappuccino shade. I am that shade. I'm not white, I'm cappuccino, trust me. If you go there, you'll understand. You'll be like, yes, you're right. That's not the white bitch. You're just a bitch. That's it. It's true, I am. But don't call me white bitch. Because I'll be like very offended. I'll be like, are you kidding? It's like, what have I gone through all that shit in Europe to be called that way here? No thanks. No thanks, you know. People here in the United States always ask me funny questions. Like when I first arrived 20 years ago, they always asked me, one time this guy in Arizona that had maybe 4 teeth in his mouth, he comes to me and is like, hey, do you people in Italy go to work with cars? I'm like, no, We got the Zio Giuseppe with the donkey. His name is Ferrari. Exactly. Or women come to me and they're like, but why did you left Italy? Well, men are so elegant, they're so good looking, they're such great lovers. I'm like, no, they're mama boy. They're all like, come here, woman. Come suck my dick. I'm like, what? You go in the kitchen and cook me some pasta immediately. And if you don't, I will put you in my pasta right now. And then they're like, no, you cook pasta. Me pasta? No, you woman cook pasta. I'm like, look, I'm gonna put you in my pasta. But you know, I don't eat men. Not that way. Nah, I'm vegan. Actually, fuck vegan. I was never vegan, ever. And if I was, for 1 second, I would have been like, nah. You can't find that shit anyway. It's like an unfindable drug, vegan. It's like all the restaurants, everybody's like, no, vegan, no, we don't sell that shit. Okay. So it's not convenient. So, anybody single in here? Anybody single? Come on, single people, raise your hands. Sonora, you're not single? Hee-hee, I'm single too. I'm a single and I'm a mom. That makes me a single mom. Which is really fucking, it's like a combo, single mom. Anyway, but that mom, I don't want to talk about it because, but the single, you know what I don't like? When I go to men or women and say, yes, I'm single, and women especially are like, oh yeah, being single is great. All you need is your toys. I'm like, you sound like one of those vegan bitches, for real. You know those vegan bitches that are like, oh yes, I'm vegan, but I need all my substitute cheese, my substitute meat, my substitute this. I'm like, that's it. I don't like substitute cock. I'm sorry. Like silicones? No, I like the real meat, the real thing. So I'm sorry that you like vegan and you like cock and you like whatever. If you like it on plastic or on silicone, go and be my guest. Also, another thing I really enjoy being single is that guys always want you to sleep together, and they want you to sleep together after sex. And I'm like, wow, we just have sex, and you also want to sleep together? I'm like, I don't understand, because guys snores, they move, they kick, and I also really bad when I sleep. I sleep like this, like a crucifix. I'm like, and for me, I need one of those bed, not a king bed. I'm like, or California king now. Wait, now, who is California king anyway? Did anybody of you ever met a king from California? They don't exist. So why they dedicated a whole bed to some character that never existed in the history of California? No, California bullshit. I need emperor bed. Actually, no, I need supreme leader. A bed so big that you have to text each other in the morning like, hey, bitch, are you still in bed? I'm like, you woke me up. Are you kidding? Go fetch me a coffee with an Uber, please, and bring it here. Send it. It has to be that kind of bed, like so big, like an apartment. That big, Seriously, I don't want to feel anything at night. I want to just sleep. That's what I like. I like my sleep. Anybody in this room ever committed suicide? Successfully. Of course, darling. But not now. Maybe in another life. In another incarnation, of course. Yes, we all have done it in some incarnation. But in this life, if you ever committed suicide, probably unsuccessful, right? That's the only thing you want to do unsuccessful. You want to be really an unsuccessful suicider. Have you ever heard anybody say, oh, that guy was so successful, he was a successful suicider? What is this noise going on? Yeah, that we never heard that, successful suicider. Yes, that's right. Back when places was open in San Francisco and we didn't have everything closed down, I went to a bar, like we always do, and I was an open mic. And this is a true story. And I met this guy that was like, damn, you're really hot, girl. Do you want to work with me? And I'm like, what do you got to offer there? And he's like, well, I got an online agency. I'm like, what kind of agency? He's like, I got an escort agency. I'm like, oh, So you're a pimp. That's great. Because, I've got kids. It's like, well, a lot of sex worker does sex work and have kids. I'm like, yeah, but do you guys even offer childcare? What about dental? Because if you don't offer childcare or dental, how are you going to expect them? Wait a minute. Are you going to hire both of us? Because if you don't hire both of us, this is Bella. Yeah, that's the time when you say, woo-hoo! That's it. That's the time. Sorry, you guys think. But you see, that's Bella. She got glasses too. Yeah, she got glasses too. That's Bella. She's my counterpart. Say hi to the audience, Bella. Hi, Bella. Say hi. It's Harold to do the pig. Yes, she doesn't like the thing. I'm sorry, but she doesn't like it. But Bella and I work in pairs, right? We are a whole package. And we offer threesome too. So the pimp, yes, a whole package, darling. That's right. And so I'm like, pimp, our rates are double now. So I'm sorry. Are you going to pay childcare, dental, and double rates? No, then you have you. Sorry, darling. But then the guy, and this is my end, the guy's like, where are you from? You got an accent. I'm like, I'm Italian. And I'm like, you also look kind of exotic. Are you from Hawaii or are you like Indonesia? Some Islander, Pacific. It's like, no, I'm just like, I'm black and Chinese. I'm mixed. I'm like, wow, that's amazing how genetic works. You really look like, a Pacific Islander. It's like, no, genetics works like a fucking joke. I'm like, what do you mean, man? Because you see this? I got the body of a black man and the penis of a Chinese. I'm like, okay, that's a stereotype because I've seen Chinese with big dicks, but that's okay. Thank you, guys. I love you. This might have funny noises. Thank you. Give it up for you. Yes. Thank you. Right. Yes.
Everybody get up for Alessandra one more time.